Hey guys, Grebo Rose here, and today we have our first deck profile, and it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. So we'll just have a look at the cards and see what we run. Right. So firstly, we run 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Obviously, you need to run this card at 3. It's
Worst card in the deck.
it's the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. He's a 3k beat stick, he's level 8, and he's a normal monster. So you run the Blue Eyes at 3, put him into the top corner. Next, we run 3 copies of Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Maiden is a 1-star tuner with 0 attack and 0 defense. Her effect is once per turn, if she's targeted by for an attack, you can change her battle position and summon out 1 Blue Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Alternatively, her other effect is if she is targeted once per turn during either player's turn, you can special summon the Blue Eyes out from your hand, deck, or graveyard and resolve the card effect. You only get 1 of the effects of Maiden once per turn. So 3 copies of Blue Eyes, 3 copies of Maiden, followed by 3 copies of Sage with the Eyes of Blue. Sage is 0 attack, 1500 defense, another 1-star tuner. It's a first effect is when this card is normal summoned, you get to add a 1-star light tuner monster from your deck to your hand, which I believe there's 3, 6, 8 targets in the deck. You're primarily not going to use Sage for this effect, but Sage's second effect, which is to discard herself from the hand, target another 1-star tuner monster you have, send that card to the graveyard and summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. Primarily, you want to use that effect with Maiden with the Eyes of Blue, so you get 2 Blue Eyes. So that's Sage. You get to use 1 effect of Sage once per turn, I think it is, followed by 3 copies of White Stone of Legend. White Stone of Legend, 600 attack, 500 defense, another target, 1-star light tuner. During the end phase, this card was sent to the graveyard and special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard to target 1 Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. You can only use the second effect of White Stone of Ancient once per turn. Next we run 2 copies of Dragon Spirit of White. It's an 8-star light dragon monster. Its name is always treated as a Blue Eyes card, while in the hand and in It's always treated as a Blue Eyes card. It's always treated as a Blue Eyes card, and it's treated as a normal monster while in your hand or graveyard. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, banish it. During either player's turn, if your opponent controls a monster, you contribute this card and special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. Next, we run 2 Dark Storm Dragon. This is a level 8 Dark Gemini monster, 2,700 and 2,500 defense. It counts as a normal type monster when it's in the graveyard, so when you use trading to draw 2, you can always bring this card back with either the effect of Yugioh Eyes or Silver's Cry. We'll then run 2 Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler can be searched through Sage. Effect Veiler is also just a good hand trap in general to stop your opponent's monster effects from activating in their main phase. Next we run 2 Maxi. Now the deck does have a few draw cards, just trading, and cards at consonants. But Maxi just helps you draw more cards and make the deck thinner and hopefully get into your combo pieces quicker. We will run 1 White Stone of Legend, primarily because if you use cards of consonants on this to draw 2 cards by ditching this, you get to add 1 card, which is a Blue Eye, so you get +1. Next we run one Master with the Eyes of Blue. He is again another 1-star tuner monster. When this card is normal summoned, you can target 1 level light tuner monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can shuffle this card from your graveyard into your deck and target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 Blue Eyes from your graveyard other than the sent monster. You can only use the effect of Master of the Eyes of Blue once per turn. So he kind of gets to recycle himself, and he gets to add your monster back from your graveyard when he's summoned. Now we run 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Don't think this really needs explaining, but you banish 1 Dragon type monster you control to special summon this card from your hand, and then once per turn you can special summon a Dragon type monster from your hand or graveyard through Red Eyes' own effect. He's got 2,800 attack and 2,400 defense. He's a very shiny card too, so it'd be nice to keep him in the deck. We run 3 Dark monsters, and we have a load of tradings, so we can send them to the graveyard. So we'll run the 1 Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning. Banish 1 Light and 1 Dark monster from your graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you get to banish 1 monster your opponent controls, or make up to 2 attacks on monsters per turn. Right, so that is 22 monsters, I believe, in the deck. I think, I could be wrong. Then we'll for our spell cards, we run 3 trading. Pretty simple. Discard 1 level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. Followed by 3 Silver's Cry. Target 1 dragon type normal monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. You can only use the effect of Silver's Cry once per turn. I think we have 3, 4, 5, 7 targets for this card. We then run 2 Twin Twisters. This is just preferred over MST, so you can ditch your Blue Eyes to destroy other cards. However, if you want, you can just run 2 MST. Cards of Confidence, as has been mentioned many times so far. It's basically discard 1 dragon type tuner with 1000 less of attack to draw 2 cards, and there are 3 targets? 3? I think there's 3 targets, possibly 4. I'd have to go over it again. We run 2 of the field spell, Mausoleum of White. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 level 1 light tuner monster in addition to your normal summon or set. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster you control. Send 1 normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack and defense equal to the level of the sent monster by 100 until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Burst Stream of Destruction from your deck to your hand. So firstly, this gives you your additional normal summon. Secondly, you get to mill cards from your deck to your graveyard to target the level to target monsters you control and increase their attack by presumably 800 if you send a dragon. And if you do this, usually you're going to do it on Maiden, so her effect will resolve and you'll get some of Blue Eyes. The third effect of this card, being able to banish it to added Burst Stream of Destruction. You don't really use that. Well, you don't use it at all because we don't run Burst Stream of Destruction. However, maybe when the movie pack comes out and the deck is changed once again, you might run 1 Burst Stream of Destruction. Run the 1 Terraforming just to get into your Mausoleum of White quicker and thin the deck out by 1. 1 for 1. Send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard, special summon 1 level 1 monster from your hand or deck. 11 targets, I think, for this. I think for this card. I think it's still 11 cards. Maybe 11 targets. Yeah. Follow that up with 1 Melody of Awakening Dragon. Now this card, it's not usually run at the moment. It'll get run more when the Blue Eyes Alternate Dragon comes out in the movie pack. But this is good just to ditch a card to get 2 Blue Eyes to your hands and then trade off to thin your deck out really quickly early game. So discard 1 card, add up to 2 dragon type monsters with 3000 or more attack and 2500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. 1 Regeki because Regeki. Regeki. So that is the 40 card main deck. If we move on.
Could you just explain why Regeki again?
Regeki because Regeki. Bit like Hodor, Regeki.
Okay, I've got you now.
So we'll move on to the extra deck, and we have actually we'll start off with the highest level monster. We have a 1 Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree, level 10. The idea you run this card is because if you have a long game, you're going to have many level 9 synchro monsters out. And if one of them becomes dead, the effect's not done. You might have 2 Yugioh eyes out. If one of their effects is dead, like I said, you can just synchro someone into Leo who has bigger attack points and can only be targeted during your main phase 2, which is a bit of a pain for your opponent. So we'll just put the Leo to one side. We run 2 copies of Blue Eyes White Spirit Dragon. I've seen some decks run 3. You can run 3, but I only own 2, so I only run 2. Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time, so this sort of cuts out pendulums. Once per turn during either player's turn, when an effect or card in the graveyard is activated, you can negate the activation. So that would stop cards such as BA, I believe, possibly. During either player's turn, you contribute this synchro summon monster and special summon 1 light dragon type synchro monster from your extra deck in defense position, except Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, but destroy it during the end phase. And we have 5 targets with that effect: 3 Yugioh Eyes, 1 Michael, and 1 Black Rose Moonlight. Now we have the 3 Yugioh Eyes, the first synchro to come out in the structure deck just over 2 years ago, I think. 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. When this card is special summoned, dragon type monsters you currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. Once per turn during either player's standby phase, you can target once per turn during your standby phase, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 targets. 7 targets for that card. Follow that up by 1 Cloud Castle. Level 9 synchro monster. When this card is synchro summoned, you can target 1 level 9 monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Level 8 or low monsters cannot attack the turn they are normal or special summon. This card's very good because it can bring back an Azure-Eyes, it can bring Azure-Eyes, it can bring back Azure-Eyes, and it can bring back Blue Eyes, and it can even bring back just Azure-Eyes and Blue Eyes. Also, it can really slow your opponent down if their monsters, when their monsters can't attack if they're level 8 or lower. This is very good against ranks 4 spam decks, as it can just stall your opponent. Next we have the one Michael, the Arc Lightsworn. You bring this card out with the effect of Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Once per turn, you pay 1,000 life points and target one card on the field, banish that target. When this card is destroyed, target any number of Lightsworn monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and gain 300 life points for each card. Bit of a waste of time reading that part of the effect out because we don't want any Lightsworn monsters. However, once per turn during the end phase, when this card's on the field, you have to send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. He's mainly in the deck just as a quick banishment card. Gets over Monarchs? Yeah, gets over Monarchs quite quickly. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, also similar with Michael. You bring it out with the effect of Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. When this card is special, you can target level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls and bounce it back to the deck. Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, 2 Blue Eyes monsters. You do not use polymerization. You don't really go into this card much, but it can attack 2 cards your opponent it can attack. Make up to 2 attacks on monsters your opponent controls, and if it doesn't destroy an opponent's monster by battle, it banishes the card afterwards. And this card can't be destroyed by battle. I think I said that. Number 95, Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, 4,000 attack, 0 defense. Use this by ranking up into one of your other Xyz monsters I'm about to get out in a minute. When this card is summoned, you can send 3 different dragons from your deck to your graveyard to have your opponent banish 3 monsters from their deck. Number 2, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, 4,000 attack, 3,000 defense, 2 level 8s. When this card is attacks or is attacked, you can detach a material, and this card gains attack points times 200 to the rank of every monster on the field. Number 30, Hope Harbinger Dragon, 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense, 2 level 8 monsters. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell card or card effect is activated, you can negate the activation if you do attach that card to this card as a material. You can attach 1 Xyz material from this card, change the attack target to this card during damage calculation. If a face-up Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 1 face-up Xyz monster your opponent controls, gain attack equal to one of the destroyed monsters. We have Thunder End Dragon, 2 level 8 normal monsters. Once per turn, you can attach 1 Xyz monster from material from this card to destroy all other monsters on the field. And lastly, we have 1 Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliops, 2 level 8 monsters, 3,000 attack, 2,400 defense. Once per turn, you can attach 1 Xyz material from this card, tribute any number of monsters from your hand and or side of the field, minimum of 1, then destroy an equal number of cards on the field. So that's the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. Just to go over the most important card, Regeki, goes Regeki. So thanks for watching. Just please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Regeki.